And here we are underneath Sydney Harbour Bridge. Look at that for a great piece of engineering. I can see people as well already doing the bridge climb. If you don't fancy actually climbing the bridge, you basically go halfway, by the way, from this point to the halfway point at the very top, and then you come back. So you don't go all the way across. But if you don't fancy doing the bridge climb itself, you can just go up the pillar. I'm going to walk across it, the whole of it. I think it takes about half an hour. I've done the bridge climb, but I've never walked across. So let's go and do that and see what we can see. The views are going to be spectacular, I reckon. And you can already see under the bridge through there, Sydney Opera House with all its curves. Right, let's get up to the bridge. Just finished their bridge climb. Probably very ready for their lunch now. Some of the bridge I notice is a little bit rusty, but it's definitely safe, I think. Perhaps someone will go up with some rust-proof paint at some point. It must take some time to repaint this bridge, which I think they have to do every so often. If you've ever climbed Sydney Harbour Bridge, do let me know in the comments. And how did you find it? Were you nervous like I was at the beginning? Or was it an absolute breeze? And what did you think of the views at the top? Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to see what you thought. Also, if you've ever walked along the bridge, like I'm about to, let me know as well. Have you done the walk? It's free, of course. Oh, I remember those special suits they give you. A lovely outfit. A happy bunch of people. I think they enjoyed that. Yeah, these special suits they give you apparently is so you don't distract traffic and that kind of thing. Plus, nothing's going to fall off you into the traffic. It's all about safety. Now, I remember Billy Connolly back in the 90s. He climbed the bridge, didn't have to wear any special clothing at all. But he is quite a special celebrity, of course. And it was only him. He didn't have to go up in a group with bridge climb. So this is Bridge Climb Sydney. If ever you're coming, that's how you find it. Up the stairs from the bottom on the roadside, and here we are, Bridge Climb Sydney. In fact, I'll take you a sneaky peek inside as well. I climbed it. I actually did. And again, all the merch. So much merch. So there you go, sneaky peek at Bridge Climb. Lots of celebrities have done this climb as well. I know the likes of Martin Brundle from Formula One has climbed this. Jamie Oliver, I bet he loved it. No eating up here though. Jim Kerr from Simple Minds, he's climbed this bridge. Rob Brydon, bet he had a laugh. Right, anyway, that's quite enough of that. So there you go. I highly recommend bridge climb in Sydney. And you go halfway up to the very top and then you go all the way back. It takes about 2.5, 3 hours. Now the walk across the bridge, I've been told, is only about half an hour. So half an hour back, of course, as well. So let's try and find the entrance, the part where you get onto the bridge itself. We're entering the Rocks area as well. Very historic area of Sydney. Got some very old buildings there, beautiful eateries. There's always some music going on, live music. Well worth a look. I think that's quite a famous hotel, the Glenmore Hotel, right near the entrance to the bridge. And here's a bit that I don't have to actually walk. There's a lift up to the bridge. Let's go up here and start the walk. And here we are at the very start of the walk across the main bridge itself. Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia, already a fantastic view as well of Sydney Opera House. I'm so impressed by the people, must be locals, maybe some are tourists, but the ones that are walking and running across the bridge. I don't think I'll run, I think I'll just walk. Come along with me. Trains across the other side. Now, if you're one of these people that is afraid of heights, like I am occasionally, just don't look down. Don't look down, I said. Oh, my word. Scare yourself. Great view of the ferries from up here. You're not looking down again, are you? You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Oh, the height. And again, Sydney Opera House in all its glory. And the ferries in and out, Sydney Harbour, going to Circular Quay. You can see the whole lot from up on Sydney Harbour Bridge. There's some good webcams online, I noticed as well. And that's a good idea if you live here, maybe you get some extra bucks. Put a webcam up. Now that's got to be worth you clicking like, hasn't it? And maybe subscribing. Views like this. Amazing. So this is the Pylon Lookout and Museum. So if you don't fancy the bridge climb, you can go up here. I think there is a fee, which, well, let's find out. 200 steps to the top. Level 1 ticketing, museum and cinema. Step back in history. While I'm here, I might as well explore. So we go $30 for an adult. I think it's worth that. Blood, sweat and fears. Great guy on the desk, the ticketing. Fantastic. Thumbs up to you and another subscriber. Right, let's go up these stairs. So people apparently take anywhere between 10 minutes and about an hour up here. I don't know how long we're going to spend, but let's see. Some more merch. Proper merch. I shall avoid. Wave to our bridge climbers. Up there somewhere. And here we are, at the top of that pylon. Looking towards Darling Harbour there. And we come round to the bridge itself. So windy up here.
they take photos for you that you can buy, I suppose.
Can you get like a strap?
So that may be possible. Yes. Because the thing is, if something, sorry, if something even large
guy there just explaining you can't take cameras when you go on the bridge climb, but they will take pictures for you. It's all about safety, because of course you could drop your camera or your selfie stick, your mobile. It could be dangerous for traffic, trains, pedestrians, and I am such a butterfingers, that's probably a good idea. Now, I mentioned before, don't look down, so make sure you don't look down. I said don't look down.
All good? You want to spend more time or jump over? What? Sorry.
Now, apparently in about an hour's time there's a big tour coming up here, so I'll try and avoid that. Lots of people, but at the moment I've pretty much got this to myself. That first pylon of Sydney Harbour Bridge. Can't see any bridge climbers at the moment. Oh, I can actually, on the right hand side. They're quite hard to spot. And that means the suits that they give you, like the onesies, which you look beautiful in, blue and grey, they're doing their job. It's so you don't distract traffic, etc. And to show off to everyone the amazing outfit you have in Sydney. Like when I climbed. In fact, I'll put a picture in now. The views are just amazing up here. So we're walking around the pylon, each side, to get the views from every angle. And there we go, the top of the pylon at Sydney Harbour Bridge. Amazing views, I'm sure you'll agree. Highly recommend, even if you're not doing the bridge climb, just do the walk up to the top of the first pylon. That's what I did, and that's what you get. There's a museum to check out here as well. We'll go and do that very shortly. And that's got to be worth a like, isn't it? Click the like, click the subscribe, and let's head down to the museum now. March 19th, 1932, Sydney Harbour Bridge opened. The Pylon in 1934. It's been a tourist venue since then. A showcase for Australia. And lots of people call it that, the giant coat hanger. So called because it looks like a giant coat hanger. Sydneyness. Or silliness, one of the two. So during the building of the bridge, and worked at dizzying heights without the benefit of harness or safety rails. 16 men died during construction work.
These moving platforms will allow workers to move faster and will enable access to those hard to reach places.
And we're downstairs again, so let's now go across the bridge. Some more climbers up there. So we're already at the halfway point on the bridge, which I think is directly underneath the flag, or thereabouts anyway. Just see the flag waving there over the edge. This is me looking up from halfway. So that's where we've come from. There's the Opera House, and that's where we're going to. What an experience, the halfway point of Sydney Harbour Bridge, and the Opera House just over there. So I think somebody told me it was going to take about half an hour. It doesn't take that long. I think it's about 15 minutes to the end, if my calculations are right. So maybe the half an hour was 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back. So if you do the walk, give yourself about half an hour if you're going to include the Pylon, and a look around the museum. Depends how fast or slow you are, really. Because there's so much to do in Sydney, it is always tempting just to do things very quickly, because there's other things to get to, other sights to see. So much to do, so little time. I've always been fascinated by this bridge though. Ever since seeing Billy Connolly do the world tour of Australia in '96. And I just thought that bridge is amazing. And I've seen it so many times on television, in films, documentaries, It was awesome to climb it in 2015, and even to see it. That was the first time I actually saw it in real life. And now walking across it in 2024. It's the 30th of August today. Look at that. And when I came back from my trip in 2015, in fact I did visit again in 2016, but I always wanted to walk across. I thought, oh, I've never walked across. So here we are, and I get to take you guys with me too. Hopefully it gives you some idea of what it's like to walk across Sydney Harbour Bridge. And seeing all these runners running across the bridge, does it make you want to go for a run? No, me neither. And that's the pylon the other side. Pylons, I should say. Fair enough. And there we are. We are over on the other side. And that'll complete the walk of Sydney Harbour Bridge. And just in case anyone wondered how I'm getting back across the bridge, I bet he caught a bus or a train or a taxi. No, I'm walking back. Good exercise. Keep the step count up.